Ever felt like you've hit rock bottom? You're certainly not alone. Failure is as universal as the air we breathe. It's an experience that transcends borders, cultures, and careers. It's an uninvited guest in the lives of doctors, engineers, teachers, and even students. But here's the twist. Failure is not the nefarious villain we often make it out to be. It is instead a stepping stone to success, a teacher in disguise. Think about it. How many times have we learned more from our missteps than our triumphs? How often have we found ourselves stronger, wiser, more resilient in the aftermath of a setback? Failure is not the end of the road, but a detour sign pointing us in the direction of growth. It's a chance to reassess, to recalibrate, to rise again. So remember, failure is not a pit, it is a ladder. And climbing that ladder is how we grow. Consider the story of Steve Jobs, a name synonymous with success, but not without its share of failures. A tale that is as much about falling as it is about rising. Jobs co-founded Apple in 1976, and it was a rocket ride to the top. But in 1985, a power struggle within the company led to his departure. Ousted from his own creation, Jobs found himself in free fall. But Jobs didn't stay down. He took his fall as an opportunity to learn, grow, and innovate. He founded Next, a computer platform development company that was eventually bought by Apple. He also bought an animation company from George Lucas, which he nurtured into Pixar, a name we all associate with some of the greatest animated movies of our time. His fall from Apple was a painful period, but it was also a time of intense creativity and learning. It was during this time that Jobs said, "I didn't see it then, but it turned out that getting fired from Apple was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. The heaviness of being successful was replaced by the lightness of being a beginner again, less sure about everything. It freed me to enter one of the most creative periods of my life." In 1997, Jobs returned to Apple. It was struggling near bankruptcy, but Jobs, with the lessons he'd learned during his time away, was able to turn it around. He introduced a series of innovative products, including the iMac, iPhone, and iPad, that changed our relationship with technology and propelled Apple to become one of the most successful companies globally. Jobs' story is a testament to the power of resilience, learning from failure, and the capacity to bounce back stronger. His fall wasn't the end, it was a new beginning, a chance to learn, grow, and eventually soar even higher. Jobs didn't just bounce back, he propelled himself to new heights, and you can too. To bounce back from failure, we must first understand our reactions to it. Let's delve into the psychology of bouncing back, and how our understanding of our emotions can help us navigate the choppy seas of setbacks and failures. When we experience failure, it's natural to feel fear. Fear of judgment, fear of disappointing others, and most significantly, the fear of repeating the same mistakes. This fear can paralyze us, preventing us from moving forward or trying again. But remember, fear is just an emotion, not a prophecy. It's a warning signal from our minds, alerting us to potential dangers, but it doesn't dictate our future. By acknowledging our fear, we can learn to manage it and use it as a compass guiding us towards areas we need to improve. Next, we often grapple with self-doubt. When we fail, we may question our abilities, our intelligence, and even our self-worth. This self-doubt can erode our confidence and motivation. However, it's crucial to remember that failure is not a reflection of our worth, but rather an opportunity for growth. Self-doubt can be a powerful motivator if we channel it correctly. It nudges us to work harder, learn more, and strive to do better. Lastly, there's resilience. This is our capacity to recover quickly from difficulties. It's the bounce-back factor. Resilience is not about ignoring the pain or struggle of failure, but about embracing it, learning from it, and using it to fuel our journey forward. It's about understanding that failure is not the end of the road, but a detour on the path to success. Understanding these psychological aspects of failure, fear, self-doubt, and resilience can empower us to bounce back more effectively. It allows us to reframe failure not as a dead end, but as a stepping stone to success. We learn to see it as a teacher, not a tormentor. So the next time you face a setback, remember, these emotions are natural. They're part of the process. By understanding them, we can manage them and transform our failures into opportunities for growth. Understanding your emotions is the first step towards turning failure into a stepping stone. Now that we've seen how it's possible to bounce back, what practical steps can you take? Let's get into it. Firstly, you have to reevaluate your goals. The path to success is rarely a straight line. It's a zigzag, full of twists and turns. So when you stumble, don't be afraid to reassess your direction. Ask yourself, are my goals still in line with my values and passions? If not, it's time to change course and set new goals that truly resonate with you. Secondly, seek feedback. It's often said that feedback is the breakfast of champions, and there's a good reason for that. Constructive criticism can provide valuable insights into how you can improve. Don't shy away from it. Instead, seek it out. Ask trusted colleagues, mentors, or friends for their honest opinions. Use this feedback to guide your future actions and decisions. Thirdly, develop resilience. There's a famous quote that goes, "It's not about how hard you hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward." To bounce back from failure, you must cultivate resilience. This is the ability to withstand adversity and bounce back from difficult life events. It's about being flexible in your thoughts, actions, and feelings when faced with challenges. Lastly, maintain a positive attitude. Yes, it's easier said than done, especially when things aren't going your way, but remember, your attitude is the one thing you have complete control over. Even when you can't control the situation, you can control your reaction to it. By staying positive, you can keep your spirits high and stay motivated to keep pushing forward. These steps are not a magic formula, but they provide a framework to navigate through failure. Remember, everyone experiences failure at some point, but it's those who learn, adapt, and persist who eventually reach their goals. With these steps, you transform failure from a stumbling block into a launch pad. Let's embrace our failures, learn from them, and use them as stepping stones to success. Failure, as we've seen, isn't the end of the road. It's a detour on the road to success. We've journeyed through the reality of failure, its psychological impact, and the practical steps to bounce back. Each of these stages has taught us one thing: failure is integral to growth and success. It's the forge in which our resolve is tested and our dreams are shaped. It's the teacher that imparts lessons no textbook can offer. It's the crucible that burns away our fears and doubts, leaving behind a stronger, more resilient self. Instead of fearing failure, we should embrace it as a catalyst for growth. Each stumble is an opportunity to learn, to improve, to evolve. It's a chance to reassess our strategies, refine our skills, and reinforce our commitment. So the next time you stumble, remember, it's not about falling down, but about getting back up.